Good evening and welcome to the Plastic Crack Podcast, season 3, episode. I want to say 18.
Maybe. Who knows?
Who knows?
Yeah. So yes, I'm back. Oh my god, look at this. So yeah, before we get started, thank you everybody that's watching on the replay.
Can we just check it? Can we check it's you? Can you put your nose forward like this so we can see up your nostrils?
Yeah,
that's the only view. Yeah, it's the only.
It's the only way we know it's you.
So Lazy Pirate Painting was the first this week. He was at 7:14 saying evening all. So congratulations, Lazy Pirate Painting. Martin's already on the beer.
Actually,
I think Dom.
But I think you'll find Steve Harbour was there at 7:09 yesterday.
Yesterday.
Holy
moly. My god.
So there you go. So yeah, it's getting a bit silly.
Okay, I take that back. I completely take that back. You probably got so many new followers that no one even realizes that it's streaming on my channel tonight. They're probably looking at all three of yours and just completely forgot about me. I am here. Hello.
Who are you?
Yeah, I know.
I'm just Ken.
Some random.
He's the mascot.
Yeah,
he's the puppy.
So tonight we're going to be talking about getting back into the hobby. Obviously, I've had a little bit of a break because moving house and things like that. As you can all see, I'm in a new setting. I've got the same chair as Dom. He doesn't like to admit it, but so yeah, we're going to talk about that a bit later on. But first of all, let's just say hello to a few people in the comments. So David Baker, good evening. Lionheart, Ricky Turner, Enemy Insight, Sam, Hartman, Rick, Joe, Steve Harbour, there he is. Andrew, Carazette. I've never seen you. Hello, welcome. Miller's Miniatures, Jim, Robin.
Have we ever seen him before? I can't remember.
No.
Nope.
Louis Baby, Nick, Alid's in the house, Grana Prego, Ben, Mini Agnostic, Sam, Maximus Polo. I like that name. That's cool. Carl and Marky Sparky and Old School FRPG and Anthony Hinton West. Oh my god, there's so many. Right, but yes, no, it's lovely to have you all here. Absolutely amazing. And let's crack on with tonight's episode. And the first thing we're going to go around the room and see what we've all done. We're going to start with me. Because why not?
Because you're in charge.
Yeah, because I'm in charge. Yes. So this week I've been putting together more miniatures. No pictures, sadly, but I shall.
I thought you were going to say I've been putting together IKEA stuff.
No. Tell a lie. I put together an IKEA makeup vanity table for Laura yesterday. So yes, I've been making up some lovely Team Yankee tanks. Really good fun, and I also made some hobby purchases from the people over at Hobby Zone. I've bought paint racks, wall-mounted paint racks. Thank you for people who inputted that on the Facebook group for suggestions, and I'm going to be putting those up just behind me and get all my paints out ready for when that happens. So yes, that's been my bit of hobby this week. And just so people know, my books have not fallen over yet.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
they're there. Look, wafting. No,
when Laura slammed the door earlier on, I was expecting it to have a dramatic wobble on the bookshelf.
No, we are good. No, we are good. But no. It's all been good. But yeah, so that was me. What about you, Dom? Let's go along to the Dom.
I've had a not too bad week, but not the most productive week. But I think most people, if they followed my channel, please do if you haven't already. Just put that plug in. Will have seen them on the video I put up yesterday. Anyway, so I continue with some of the Grand Manor buildings that I've been working on. So this one I showed on the Facebook page and also on the video. This is a Portuguese grain storeroom.
That is looking pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm really pleased with how this came out. Really pleased. The only thing I'm slightly annoyed with, it shows how out of touch I am with doing videos because I haven't done many for a while. And someone said in the comments, "Oh, you should do how you did that video." And I thought, shit, yeah, I should have done. Never mind. But yeah, it came out really nicely. Pleased with that. And I showed
resin, Dom, was it?
It is all resin. Yeah.
Lovely.
And I showed this off at the end of last week's stream because I just was starting work on it.
Yeah.
Finished it off. This is a terracing thing for Peninsula as well, which is a massive, great thing. But it's really pleased how it came out. Really pleased.
No, it's looking awesome, dude. That is it's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, that does look pretty good.
But I wanted to do some figures as well.
Oh, of course you did. Oh, very nice.
I finished, inverted commas, my War of the Roses project with these Exeter.
Yeah, all right. You're all right, Dom. How many boxes of Perry's you still got left?
About 6.
The War of the Roses project's not over.
Yeah, no. It never ends, does it? No project ever finishes. Yeah, so these are Exeter troops, Bill and Bo at the back, and his men-at-arms, led by Lionel, Lord of Wales. Thanks, Martin, for that suggestion.
Yes.
So
it went a little bit beyond that because I ended up, after I finished my phone call with you, after I'd written all that stuff, and then I rang you up because I couldn't be bothered to type anymore. I then sat there and actually drew a family tree. That's how sad I am.
Oh my goodness me.
You know this, don't you, Ken? Whenever you ask Martin for advice about War of the Roses, you know, I sent him a message on Instant Messenger.
It was,
and it's like whoosh, a great stream. It's like, you know, the Bible's shorter than half the stuff he sends.
Pretty
and
much.
Then he picks up the phone and rings you and tells you even more. It's
he
like,
just gets so excited about it, doesn't he? He
It's-
starts talking about latrines and everything.
It wasn't that. It was, well, yeah, that is exciting. But it was because there was some, I can't even remember what it was now. There was some random link, I can't remember what it was now that this guy had done, which I didn't know about, and it linked through to something that I was doing. So I was desperate for Dom to do it because then it would link into what I was doing. And yeah,
don't get me wrong, it was really interesting, but it was just like, oh my god, I only asked, you know, who was a retainer.
yeah, I felt a bit bad after that. I got a bit of a telling off from Hayden.
It was great. So so I did that. I also did some dead bodies, but I didn't take a picture.
Very nice.
I did some more wounded counters. So yeah, that's what I've been working on. I got exceedingly drunk for the last 2 nights, so I haven't really done much this week at all.
Oh dear. No, this is a bit of a light week from you, to be fair, but still more than what I've managed to do. Steve, what about yourself, mate?
2 seconds. Before I start this week, I said goodbye to a faithful hobby tool.
Oh dear.
Mr. Clippers.
Spring gone.
After 14 years of faithful service, 14 years I've had these for, and they went all funny last week. But don't they've been replaced by
Exactly the same one.
Exactly the same ones.
14 years. I tell you what, it's because you're only clip plastic.
I know.
Yeah.
There's like
metal.
I was looking at these the other day, and they don't actually reach properly because there's hole. If I put them together, you can see through them. There's holes.
Yeah, where you've done the metal. Yeah. Do you know what's good to have one for metal and one for plastic? I guess
that would be sensible.
That sounds like a good plan, actually.
You know what I mean?
Sensible thing to do, actually.
That would involve buying metal, man. No, I bought these in 2008 from Model Zone in Chester. And served faithfully for 14 years.
I think that's where these came. This come from, actually. Model Zone, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, man.
That was my hobby. And I also I said I went back and I checked my Amazon purchases.
Yeah.
Since January of last year, I've now bought 32 tubes of super glue.
32
tubes of super glue.
Wow. That's the gel stuff, isn't it?
You're definitely on a watch list somewhere.
I am on a special list for people that like glue. What have I been up to? So, I've been quite a productive. Well, not in volume, but in quality what I've done. So, I've been working on the US tank destroyer platoon.
Nice.
And I started the third and last M10 on Wednesday night. And they're all now finished. Look at them! Yay!
Ooh.
Really nice.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah, I like the mud. Cool. I like the water mud effect as well. The wet mud.
Just everything about these was such an absolute. The only thing I'd say I don't enjoy about these is the tracks, because the
Italieri tracks are a bit of a nightmare, aren't they?
Which is why
go on.
I have to use mud to hide my errors.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's a good way of doing it, and it's all kit bash crew as well, isn't it? So
Yes, because I don't like those dwarf ones. that
no,
come with-
the out of scale tank crew.
that
No,
come with the
agreed.
kits. But yeah, I've been working on those now for 4 months.
Yeah, no,
And
it's awesome, Steve. It's really, really cool, man.
so the extra crew takes a bit of time. The stowage takes a bit of time. The weathering. I've even see on the back two that I've got stowage on the hull.
Mm-hmm.
I've even secured them with bits of string.
Oh, nice. I like that. It's just that extra detail, Steve,
It
that
is.
makes the difference.
It's actually the thread from those windy boat game ships.
I was going to say it looks rather familiar.
I put it to good use, but they were just an absolute total blast to work on. I can add 2 more to the list, but I think I'm going to go have a break from M10s for a while. But that means, excuse me, I'm only 4 figures away from completing the first 1,000 points.
Oh, very nice.
Cool.
They should be done hopefully by this time next week. But yesterday I had a bit of a, because I've been working on bolt action recently. Cheers, Don. Much appreciated. I did something a bit different, so I finished these.
Oh, a bit of Star Wars, yeah.
Star
Very
Wars
nice.
Legion. I bought the box last year, and I don't know what happened, but I painted 2 of the Rebel Troopers, and then just put them away. And so yesterday I thought, no, I'll make a start. So I finished another 3 to make half a squad. And today I've been prepping some Stormtroopers.
Yep.
And conquering my fear of painting white. I've painted 1 Stormtrooper so far, but I'm not happy with it.
No.
No, do you know the problem is? I don't like dry brushing figures, but I did. But I made the stupid error of using this bloody paint to dry brush it with.
Oh dear.
White Scar by Games Workshop.
Oh yeah. That's
And it left
very,
this
very
horrible rough finish to it. So I've been trying to disguise that all day by using Vallejo off white.
Deck Tan's your friend, mate.
It seems to have worked, but now I'm looking forward to that. But today, I know I sent some pictures before. I made a start on the bust.
Oh
Oh yeah.
This has been really enjoyable. I didn't think tackling this amount of flesh. I thought I'd be shitting my pants over, but it was really therapeutic. I got a nice cup of coffee, put some Metallica on, and I just painted the flesh for an hour and a half. It was really,
awesome.
really just nice having that different type of painting.
Nice.
I'm going to be working on that tonight. I want to do the hair and the hat tonight, but I can understand why people enjoy painting bust now, because it's a completely different.
It's a different game.
Completely different way of painting. So that's my hobby progress over the weekend.
You can use gloss varnish to cover Stormtrooper's armor as it was originally shiny.
I don't know. To be fair, the one I've painted is the sergeant. He's a bit bigger, and he's got the shoulder paws.
panel.
Yeah.
These guys are a bit more basic. I think I've got an idea, because the way I originally painted these was a grey prime, then white, and then I went over it with is it apothecary white contrast?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like a grey white, isn't it?
So that went into all the recesses. Then I dry brushed it, and then I used black Templar contrast to do all the details, like the gloves. And it looks okay. It's just that shitty finish from that Citadel paint has really screwed it up. So
Yeah.
I won't be using that again. Pile of crap.
Yeah, that's a bit of a shame. That is a bit of a shame.
Apart from that, that was my progress.
That's your progress.
Yeah.
And what about you, Mike? What have you been up to?
I had, sorry, I was just sticking an arm on. I had what I thought was going to be a really productive week and turned out not to be productive at all.
Okay.
So I stuck together loads of models and then found out I'd run out of black spray paint. Did that
That's
thing where
not fun.
no, because it was just the pressure went in the can, so it was can full.
Oh, you're joking.
It's really annoying. I hate that one now.
So that went. So I reordered some. And then because I do like the Zenithal stuff, but I do it with a rat can, so I go over it. And then my white did exactly the same thing.
No.
And I had to make 2 separate orders. So
pay double postage.
So I know the part of me should have checked, but I just checked the weight. I just went, oh,
Yeah.
because I did check. I didn't sit there and go, I'll spray every single thing, see if they work. More for me. So I just couldn't be bothered to. So that kind of put me off for a few days. But it was that. Do you remember that Troll Trader paint that I picked up at Warfare?
Yes.
It was those sprays. Both of them were those. Yeah, they were both those. And they must have still been half full, and the pressure had just gone. And I was using those last week. So, and they're stored in the same place I store everything else, and that's not happened. I reinvested in. I couldn't be bothered. I reinvested in those other ones that we saw. I know I'd already ordered some of them, but these.
Oh yeah, these ones. Yeah. The ones.
So I have
that match Games Workshop colours, but don't.
These ones. So I've got quite a lot of these now because they're 10 quid.
You get more as well, don't you?
Yeah, these are 500 mil, whereas the other ones are usually 400.
Yeah.
So they're more. They're colour matched. Dom, when you tried to order, they did say that like it was like a unsecure website or something.
Yeah, it did. It wouldn't let me do it. Wouldn't let me order them. It's a dodgy website.
Mine works. But the matte varnish that they sell is actually really good, and it's actually matte, and it's not like satin or anything like that. So that was good. But Colourforge. People, if you're interested,
Colourforge, check them out.
They've got a colour matcher on there, not just for GW, but for Vallejo and everything else.
Painter as well. Yeah. I remember they to be fair, they were actually really good looking paints, weren't they? When we were looking around the spray cans, and it is nice to see the can, 500 mil instead of 400 for a start, and you feel like you're getting more, but it's
you get yourself a nice Halford, get it cheaper, and you get more of it. So. And it's good.
I had bad experience with Halford stuff where it just got all clogged up on the miniature.
Really?
And ended up scraping it off. Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know. Maybe I just have bad experiences. That was quite a long time ago. But I did manage. So what I was working. So I didn't get any work on any figures this week. So because that was basically ruined by the spray paint fiasco. So I started working on more of the scenery to do with the castle. Because we're very, very close to finishing it. In fact, we were going to be having a game tomorrow, but that's not going to be happening now, unfortunately. But so I've worked on some of the interior buildings. So these are the Perry cottages. This is Perry Cottage that I've then that I've bisected with a saw to create these lean-tos that go against the inner wall. So you'd have things like guard rooms or storehouses, or just little things inside. Yeah. And then I did some because there are some gaps, so I just used some putty to basically fill in the gaps, and then I thought I'd add some repairs to the thatch as well.
Yeah,
on there, and also create that
little detail in it.
Yeah, that pile of bricks was something I created on the stream a few weeks ago, just because it was something to add. And then I decided, because one of the big things I want to do is a moat, right? And moats are really hard to do because a moat normally goes all the way up to the walls rather than just be like a little river section around it.
Yeah.
So things escalated a little bit, and I decided to create
that's a surprise.
So I created a whole base for it.
Oh, that's fucking brilliant. That's fucking awesome. That is awesome. Wow, that's really cool.
I'm working on that at the minute. But the idea being that the thing is, obviously it's only for that layout, but you could make these bases for whatever layout. But this is the one that we're going to be using. This is based on Wingfield Castle in Suffolk, which, funnily enough, is where our game is going to be set. For a little spoiler alert, because Robin is using the Duke of Suffolk, and that's where he's based. And Robin may have gone and scoped the place out. It's a private residence now. So that's awesome.
Work.
Thank you. I've been a bit in two minds about it because the water would go all the way up to the walls, like right up to them. You do.
Yeah, I was going to ask, are you going to use what are you going to use? You're going to use a bit of resin to get the depth in it?
No, not really. No, I'm just going to paint it, and then I'm going to use Clearfix. Just a clear adhesive, and I'm just going to that'll self level across it. And then I'll just chuck some reeds in, and I think that'll do. Because what I'll do is I'm just going to create a little line of putty to create where the edges of these things are, and then take all these off. And then if you want it, and then on the inside, I'll be able to create all of that's sort of like the area the castle takes up.
Yeah.
So now that takes up a good 2x2 area on the board. So I'll be able to put some, stuff in the middle there. And so I've been playing around a lot with that. But you can see like the extra tower section. And to be honest, because I was up in an iron about getting more of those castle walls, but I think that's probably going to be more than enough. To be honest, I'm quite happy with that. I think that's
It's a
well.
good
I
area
like.
to play,
Well,
isn't it?
yeah. There's plenty of room to play with. To be fair, you know what. You're not going to have a huge battle on it, are you? It's going to be more of a. You could do it.
Yeah.
Well, if you wanted to use more units, I guess instead of using your normal 3 bases, you just use 1 base at a time, couldn't you? Represent 1 unit, couldn't you?
Yeah, well, I mean, basically, each one of those sections can hold a small Hail Caesar unit. So that's how we sort of like it. So each one of those sections can hold that. A tower can hold a full standard unit. But because the buildings, the tabletop workshop buildings, they have things like stables, and so those can be placed within this to have stables and blacksmiths and other little buildings if you want the manor house in the middle. So and Robin's nice inn that he's made, could always go right in the middle there for me to burn to the ground.
Would you have it? Would there be the outer wall like there is now? And I gather there would be a keep somewhere within that, wouldn't there? So if you wanted to, you could do another board with a keep on, couldn't you?
Yeah, exactly. And this one is just because those walls aren't going to be fixed down. The walls aren't going to be stuck to it. They're removable. So I can also put on destroyed wall sections when they come down. So the only thing, so I could do another
magnetize them, dude.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, to be honest. If we stick magnets on there, then it won't move around. I mean, the whole wall is secured with little clips anyway. But I know if I thought, if there's another kind of layout I want to do, I'll just create another little base plate for it. So, so hopefully it's going to all work out all right. I've sort of been, what's the right word? Documenting it as I go along, but in pictures, because it was a lot of trial and error, and otherwise I would use so many minutes.
When you got projects like that, it's very hard to, I would say, document the whole, unless you video everything, and then the editing becomes insane.
Yeah, well, what I thought I'd do is once I've sussed out the process, I'll maybe make another one, do a new board and with a new layout, and then take everything I learned from the first one and put it into another one. So I will do an update on how I did it. It's just it'll be me talking with lots of photos.
You sound like such a train man when you say layout.
Layout, yeah. But yeah, that was me, and now I'm just sticking together lots of Saxons for the Crusades because I found that really tenuous link.
Obviously, I've not been on for ages. How's your To Brook projects going? You and Steve were doing them, weren't you?
I only have, and they're here. And if I forget this finished, I've just got three Shermans left to do for the British. And then
brilliant!
That's all the British done.
That's brilliant.
And then I'm just waiting for some Italian tank transfers to become available again, so I can get on with the Italians. But I did order
because I hundreds of them already. Or was that different?
Yeah, no, that's Desert Rats.
That's what
you bought loads of transfers, didn't you?
I'm waiting for the decals. I might.
You're doing the same, are you?
Yeah, I've just been distracted by. I mean, given it quite pertinent of tonight's theme. When I lost interest in bolt action, getting back into this year, that's all I seem to have painted this year's bolt action. So projects come and go, but bolt action remains.
I know it's. I'm enjoying working on the Flames of War stuff as a bit of a. If I've had enough of something, I'll paint a tank. But one thing I have got from, because I showed these off last week and on the video I did this week, which are the Middle East buildings,
I saw that,
so 20 mil. But I've bought exactly the same buildings in 15 mil for Flames of War for Tobruk.
Okay.
So because they fit in with that. So I've got those to do at some point. But yeah, hopefully this week's going to be a bit more productive.
Oh, that's cool, man. No, that's really cool. It's nice to see what people have been up to this week, and it's nice to get back into the hobby after all this time. And so that kind of leads on to our topic for this evening, doesn't it, gentlemen? So hobby tips and some hints for people that may have had a break from the hobby. It could be for any reasons. Could be for work. Could be for relationships. Could be for moving houses. And it could be a combination of it all. But yeah, so I'll kick it off. So thing that I found is do something, and that sounds really cliche, but do something that you want to do, not like you feel like you have to do. So if you were doing a project, for example, before you stop, so say I was doing Romans, you don't have to go back and continue those Romans if you don't fancy it. You do something you fancy. at that time, I think, to get your hobby juices going again. So if for some reason, God forbid, Space Marines trigger you again, you see it's Tom's eyebrow is raised there, sir.
How very dare you?
Yes, how dare you? If that's what's going to get your hobby going again, why not? Is all I'm going to say. Just do what you think is going to be right, and maybe splurge a little bit of cash, spend a bit of money, because that retail therapy is rather nice. Everyone.
Do you think sometimes? I mean, obviously, sometimes there's exterior reasons why you take a break, but sometimes the burnout comes because you're persisting with a project that you don't really enjoy.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
And so actually, that change is definitely what you should do.
Oh yeah, definitely. I have to agree with you there. It's one of those things. So Andy's put Andy worked when I worked at Games Workshop. My absolute favorite customers are the ones, the comeback people, the people who knew the basics and were just excited to see how their hobby has evolved since they left. Yeah, that is. Yeah, I've got to admit that it is. It's people that are genuinely passionate about it. That's a really cool thing, and that's why I like looking at all my models now. I'm looking at all my different eras and what I own. And, I'm looking at everything. I've got everything from Lord of the Rings to some dwarfs down there to, some Bretonian archers to bolt action to Napoleonics to orcs, and 100 Years War and Wars of the Roses. It's nice having all these. And power boats and the big boats. Forgot about those. And those boats. No windy boats in sight, but it's just nice having all these different hobby. It's like a hobby within a hobby, isn't it? I would say different periods are, aren't they? Post medieval and all that sort of jazz. Sorry, I'm sorry. I've seen so many post medieval jokes in the group recently. It's unreal. Yes, Cowboys. Yeah, I've got. Oh, actually, tell a lie. I've got my gang up there. You might be able to see it just up there. So yeah, my state police, the post medievals, those guys. But yeah, no, I just think you've got to do something that you really want to do at that point in time. I don't think you should force yourself into doing something else. What do you guys think? You got any sort of like hints and tips for people trying to start up again?
Last year, I had that bad. It was about a month and a half where I did sod all because I literally had no motivation. So the first when I decided to actually get back into it, I completely rearranged my desk.
Yes, that's a really good tip, Steve. To be fair, I've done something very similar before, and it does help. It does help a lot.
It's because sitting down and seeing the same thing, and I was just, I can't be arsed. So I went to Amazon and I bought a bunch of new paint holders. I got some new lamps, and I just completely feng shuied the entire desk.
Shiny desk syndrome.
Shiny desk syndrome. And since then, it's been spotless every day.
Yeah,
I just keep my desk. There's a few bits and pieces over it now, but for the most part, it's just clean. And when I finish, everything gets put away, brushes put away, water changed, everything just gets done. So I think it's just a change. It wasn't really a change of although those painting those British in Burma for bolt action, that almost ended me. That bored me into coma painting those. So I think that was what led on to my bolt action burnout, was that project. Because I don't like leaving bolt action projects unfinished, but I tried to pick these up, and I was like, I can't do these. No. So off they went, and I started painting turnip instead.
Battle Matt saying having a tidy is a good idea. Yeah. Definitely. Definitely, and trying to find French resistance fighters as well is awesome idea, Dom.
No, never happened, mate. I know exactly where they are. Somewhere in there.
Yeah, somewhere there. I've just noticed you got a new little accessory there, Dom, haven't you?
What's that?
In front of you?
Well, this.
Yeah. I've not seen that before.
You're under my command. It's I got it when I had this built. This room built. So it's a magnifying glass with a light on it.
Oh,
which
right.
is good
Okay.
for my old eyes, especially now I'm doing these Victrix 12mm Shermans.
Oh, yes.
And I'm trying to see where I'm sticking things. Actually, you don't need to stick too much, but just the little bit you do need to stick, you need to have good eyesight, and I haven't got it anymore. So yeah, but
we're going off on a tangent here.
Sorry, man. Yeah. Well, you are lying, so I'm telling you.
That's me. It's me. I'm back. No, I'm standing straight off on a tangent. So Simon's put right now he's in a rut with the hobby and can't seem to paint with my mental health is low and doing another hobby and fishing. Yeah, it's a good idea. Doing something else, I'm like you, Steve. I like video games. So do you, Mike. You like video games as well, don't you?
I like them, but can't remember the last time I played one.
You can't remember the last time we played them, but me and Steve probably float between video games and hobby.
Yes, for me, it's been video games have been 60-40 over the past sort of month or so.
Yeah,
I actually tried on a bit of a tangent. I used to do a lot of online gaming, Call of Duty.
yeah.
COD 4. So I thought, a bit of nostalgia. I'll jump on
Try
and try it again.
How did that go, Steve?
You got
it was crap. No, we used to play hardcore mode, which is realistic damage, no map, no HUD. No one was playing it. Everyone was playing the standard core version.
Yes, team deathmatch.
Yeah. So I just got fed. I played 4 matches. I thought this is without my mates in my ear like I used to have. It was boring. I did some mowing of lawns after that instead.
I do think though one of the things that often people put pressure on themselves.
Oh yeah, I did
to get back into the hobby.
Yeah.
When actually, it's nothing wrong to have a bit of a break.
No.
Alec, I know, was just in the chat a minute ago. He's saying that his other passion in life is a summer sport. It's bowls, and he loves going to play bowls,
doesn't he?
So over the summer, he doesn't game as much.
No,
and that's. I mean, he's wrong, but it's absolutely fine. No, I'm seriousness. Genuinely, if you've got other interests, go and do them. You should.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah, 100%.
This is supposed to be fun, and
exactly. And the second it doesn't feel like fun, it ain't fun, is it?
So just take it easy. And if your passion for the hobby will bring you back.
Oh yeah,
your passion for history will bring you back in some form or another. But
I think what Ken said then is a good. When it becomes a chore, it's time to stop. It really is. When you're like stressing of, I've got to get these 10 things finished, but no, you don't.
You don't
get them done at all. I mean,
no. The other thing is, when you go to yourself, it's a chore, but then at the same time, when you stop, you feel a bit guilty. You're going to go back to it.
Yeah.
Because the guilt's there, and you're like, well, I do want to do it, definitely, but just not right now. It's just not the right time. It's like, for me, having this long break from painting, it's been probably about 6-7 weeks since I've painted a figure. It's gonna do my painting wonders. I know it is, because when I get back into it, I'm gonna be into it massively. And I can't wait, and I cannot wait to paint some Germans. I really can't wait to paint some. Because I feel like I can do some real cool camouflage with some of the SS stuff now. The Grenadiers, I think I'm going to be able to do some really cool stuff with, and tanks and stuff. It's just, I'm looking forward to doing it, but I don't have to paint them all at once, because that's the whole point of me doing what I'm doing and building everything and priming it all and getting it all ready, is that I can pick up any miniature that I own and paint that miniature. So one minute I could be painting a Man of Gondor, and the next minute I'm painting a turniped Napoleonic Lancer with, 100 Years War trousers. Do you know what I mean? It's everyone's hobby to do whatever they want to do. It's like Dom's there doing 12mm at the minute for O Group. Steve, you're doing something German probably. And Martin will be doing something medieval, I can imagine.
Yeah.
I mean, we are our worst enemies in everything we do, aren't we? And the hobby is no exception to that. We put pressure on ourselves, which isn't necessary, really. I must get this done. I must do this. I must do that. And let's do the other. And actually, you don't. It's not a job. It's supposed to be fun. If you need to have a break, have a break. And when you do come back, just pick on something that you're going to have fun at.
Yes. Something you're really excited about, and something that you like I was saying at the start, it might not be the thing you were doing before you left the hobby. But just do something that you want to do. It's like Andy's put a really good comment here. He's also getting back in with a friend helps. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Splitting a starter box together, you will succeed. Yeah, because you're going to motivate each other. Who's going to paint it first? Who's going to do this first?
I think, doing that's something different. So at the start of the year, when I got back into painting bolt action, choosing that utterly odd list from the D-Day book, because it's not a standard reinforced platoon. It's vehicle heavy, but it's really good to work on because it has that character to it. So what I wasn't being overburdened with painting 30 to 40 infantry. I could concentrate on the vehicles. I mean, I'm painting the infantry 2 at a time, so I can really concentrate on them. So I think that complete change of tact, change of approach, change of style, I think that really went a long way into keeping me enthused. And from then, I've had to rein myself in because we've already started this German Stalingrad project. I'm rebooting the Burma one with different uniforms. I've been rebasing my Stalingrad Germans with the snow and the winter effects. So it's really got me back on that kind of bolt action path.
That's awesome, man. It is
awesome.
awesome.
I don't understand what you mean, reining in. What does that mean? I don't understand that. I think also a lot of it depends on
guest.
Guest. Oh, with a drink. It's a drink. Oh, nice. I think a lot of it also depends on what you enjoy with the hobby. So we talked about this many times about, whether you're a gamer, a painter, collector, all those kind of things. And actually, that will have an impact on it. If you're a gamer, then, buddies you might be playing with or going to a hobby show or a shop or what have you to play a few games might be enough to encourage you back into doing some projects. If you're a painter, then it's just, finding something, watching somebody's video online of them painting something, you think, oh, that's cool. I wouldn't mind having a go at doing something similar. And if it's a collector, then, looking at some of the latest range from one of your newest, from a company you enjoy their figures.
Or checking out like a range that you've always wanted to have a look at.
Yeah.
But for some reason decided to try and convince yourself not to.
Yeah.
Why not? Why not? In it, and it's everything to get back into the hobby. But if you don't feel like you're ready at that point of time, don't go back either. Still have a bit longer off.
I think as well, there's a danger when you are in that kind of one of those hobby funks to come back too early. And all you do, it's 2 steps back once you do that, because you think, I've made all these changes and I just want to start painting. If it's not enjoyable, it's just time to stop and go. Actually, go pick up a book. Oftentimes, a book can really inspire you to get back into the hobby, like a film as well. Remember, we went through that phase last year of watching all those.
World War II films.
World War II films on Amazon.
I had to stop doing that because it was costing me a flipping fortune in new armies.
It was quite funny.
Yeah, it was good fun.
No, but it was. Yeah, you did Latvians, didn't you?
I did. Yeah, I did. Or Estonians, I forget which, but yeah, one or the other. It's good fun. But yeah, I think it's true. I mean, again, if most of us who are into this hobby enjoy the history of it as well as the actual gaming and modeling and everything else. So if you haven't got time or you're too busy or your life's upside down, as Steve says, take some time to read, research a new project or something you always fancied knowing a little bit more about, a period of history or a war or what have you. Go and do a bit more research. And
you're all going to be proud of me. I like my audiobooks, don't you?
Yeah.
Well, I've enjoyed listening to Lord of the Rings so much. I've actually bought all 3 books and I'm going to read them.
Oh, well done.
Yeah. Even though I hate reading, I'm determined to read them because I feel like they deserve to be read, if that makes sense. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it does.
Yeah. To enjoy them how they're meant to be.
Tell you what, those pictures I sent you guys in the week of that box set of Lord of the Rings books that I owned.
Oh,
I did a bit of research. They're from 1979.
Wow, that's awesome.
That Fury motivates me to put my foot through the television, but that's just
Oh,
do you know what? I might actually. I know I'm going to say. I might actually rewatch Fury.
I think you should.
Oh, what?
I think you should live stream it.
Be-
I think you should watch it live and give your reaction.
A trigger.
Yeah,
because-
reaction video. Yeah,
Hey,
imagine how many.
in all
imagine
seriousness, this is sitting on my desk right here. I don't know why, but it is.
The thing is, though, I'm basing it purely on the last 15 minutes.
Yeah.
What I largely remember is quite a good historically accurate film, with with the uniforms and the armor and just the whole setting. But it'd be the equivalent of having like a really nice sandwich, and then when you get to the end, there's a big hair in it. You're not gonna remember the nice sandwich. You're gonna remember the hair at the end of it. So
Just that SS battalion.
but no, I might do it just to remind.
I think you should. Steve reacts. you get hundreds of thousands of views.
I don't know.
You get Brad Pitt.
Maybe I am. You watch. I'll watch it. And next thing you know, I'll be like, "Oh, what are you doing this week, Steve?" I'm doing Sherman's, which is probably what will happen. But I think that I've seen so many people do Fury Sherman, so I think I couldn't bring myself to do it.
No, there's a kit for the Fury, isn't there?
There is, yeah. Several companies do aftermarket parts for it, so it's the bits.
Just upgrade it.
Yeah. I'd rather do something less fantasy.
Lazy Pirate Paintings put in watching online content can also encourage you to get back into projects. Yes, that is extremely true. And speaking of online content, all four of us have got YouTube channels, so you can check those out in the comment section below. I'm sure you're already subscribed.
Wow, that was slick. Oh my god.
You know, it's one of those, isn't it?
One of those, don't it?
Oh,
Kaiser just made a comment about, it's good to see my table's absolutely full of crap and my wargaming. Only this table is. The far one's got a game on it.
what are you playing?
Yeah. It's the one of Sharp Practice I've been playing for about a month now. Play along. But I would like to
finish it.
No, I will try and come either up to the club next week or do something next Friday.
You're doing Dead Man's Hand this Friday, so if you're
get my gang and just get them killed again by you. So unless I'm on your team.
Oh. Join my side and we'll win.
It normally happens that way, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh dear. But what about yourself, man? You got any tips for people? What would you suggest?
For getting back into
See, you ever had a break?
Yeah, but a lot of my hobbies are kind of peripheral things that I can feed into this hobby, I guess, in a way. So, like you say, like reading or watching films, but then doing YouTube, like YouTube is a hobby in its own right. So I started looking into a lot more stuff on there. I really sort of interested in the rules writing. So if I get an idea or if I get, want to go and do something, I go and scrat around with rules and updates and things like that all the time. Dom knows some other stuff that I might be doing, there's quite a few things that I do because I'm not just interested in the gaming and painting. I like how our war games function. I like mechanics. I like board gaming. I've always enjoyed board gaming, and I know I've talked about it before, I like tabletop RPGs. So with me and my friends who haven't met up for quite a while, we're sorting out a few days to go and I started to say go to my friend's house. This is like his house at the back of his house. Where
his house within his house,
his house within his house, which is his gaming room, with the mezzanine. And we're going to go and do some of that. And then I often find that sort of like fuels my interest. So I do try to keep it varied. I guess that's what I do. I mean, if I was taking a break from this and something to get back into it, I'd say I usually find with historicals the figure count is high and you're painting lots of figures, right? So I do look at complete fantasy. Like if I come back, I'd be like, I'm going to find a skirmish game where you need 5 models aside. Skirmish, 2-player starts there. Well, no, not even that. Like absolute and nothing based in reality. So games like
Kill Team.
killed it. Well, yeah, 40k, Bushido, Burrows and Badgers. You know, something where you can challenge yourself with new painting and learning new techniques and stuff like that. I usually find that if I can learn stuff from a new project, that'll get me interested in doing it, because then I want to paint more of it. Otherwise, I'll just forget how to do it. I suppose the only other thing with motivation is I kind of agree with Yorkshire a little bit, which is just get on with it. Just get on with it. If you don't enjoy it, get rid of it. If you're going to do it, just get on with it. You know, if you got to, there's no point in doing stuff if you don't enjoy it. It's why, again, I'm still umming and ahhing about finishing the Carthaginian project, because I just don't know if I can be asked to do it.
Those elephants were cool though.
Oh no, I enjoyed it, and I had all the books, I did all the research, I really enjoyed it. And then after sort of doing that first burst, I've got no push now, no drive to finish it, and I can't.
Have you not got an opponent for it?
Oh, I haven't got an opponent for most of my games. I was going to paint up the Romans and then make Haley beat them. That was my plan. But you know, I'm not going to, you know, I went back as like, I wanted to do the Kingmaker stuff for the Wars of the Roses, and I get more enjoyment from doing all of that and the research and the history than I would from sticking together 10 Victrix Romans and swearing as I do the shield transfers. I mean, I'm trying to stick together these Saxon Victrix now, and I'm close to hurling them out the window because I've snapped so many spears. It started to frustrate me quite a bit. I was
gonna say the other night when I was building those tracks, I actually kept a swear count and texted my mate afterwards to let him know, because he hates doing those tracks. I think I settled at 20. I swore 20 times while putting them together.
Yeah, it's not great, is it?
Yeah, I mean, I'd find if someone was coming back into it, say after a big break, like yourself, Ken, and they didn't have an idea what to do, I'd say scope around, spend if you've got the money, spend a bit of money on a skirmish game, something like I don't know,
Burrows and Badgers,
like Burrows and Badgers, Bushido, Saga. It's something just completely different from what you've done before, and just and have a go. If you hate it, sell it.
Yeah, it's a good shout, to be fair. Bit of reading material as well. It's like I'm looking at the Burrows and Badgers stuff that I've got at the minute. They're all sat there ready, and they're looking awesome. And I'm really looking forward to doing those, because I've never really painted anything like that, to be honest with you.
What do you guys think about YouTube channels as a motivator?
Yeah,
I mean, I hear a lot of people, and I know myself. You know, the fact you want to get a video out means you sort of encourage yourself to paint stuff, and also to sort of keep a record of what you're doing. I know for some people it puts them under pressure to make sure that they feel
I've done that.
obligated to do it. So
it's
a balancing act. But I do know quite a few people that it's not even for necessarily expecting to get loads of people watching, but just the fact that they can record or do a video once a week of showing their progress, or a blog, or a
it's nice, isn't it?
Yeah,
whatever, just to show the progress you're making, and you feel a bit better.
I think that is a good thing. I'd encourage more people to just go on YouTube, because I think sometimes people are, obviously when you put your stuff up on YouTube, you're opening up for the world to see, but it's the same when you put it on Facebook or anything else. So you'd be surprised.
Well, you can always disable comments if you want to on YouTube, can't you? You open it up for them to see, but you can, if you really want
can.
to.
Although I think that's not necessarily a good thing to do, because I think 99% of the comments you get are very positive and constructive, and that's part of the encouragement to do well, or to carry on or keep going, because if somebody says they like what you've done, or can be a bit constructive in terms of I found doing it this way helps, or if you're struggling to base it or something, or I don't know, whatever it is, and somebody can help you out. So I think you miss that if you disable comments myself, but again, each to their own.
Yeah, definitely. No, it's definitely definitely a motivator, I think. Absolutely. It's just finding those things, isn't it? It's like what have you guys saying in the chat? What we got here? Talking about bloody fury. So Lazy Pirate Painting was saying watching online content. It's a good thing. Yeah, it's just very true. What you put? Rich has put. It says if someone else finished the film while the director. Oh, he's talking about Bloody Fury again. Brick C's put that's true. You four have done more damage to my wallet over the past 6 to 8 months. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Apologies for that one. Yeah, apologies. Post medieval hand, you mean, Dom?
Yeah, but is it a period in its own right? That's what I want to know.
So
What?
Daniel's put here. He's put. I took a 10-year break from the hobby. Yeah. No, it's not. I took a 10-year break from the hobby. I used to play only fantasy and 40k. Coming back, I'm now really interested in historical gaming, something new that really captured their interest again. So, then, Dan. So, what was it that made you think about historical wargaming? What got you into it? Did you see a video? Did you see something on YouTube? Did you just think about World War II and just click, or historical period that you're thinking about being interested and click together with your 40k? What was it that actually got you going for it? It'd be interesting to hear that. Modeling for advantage, but I think the YouTubing works as a multiplier. It helps keep you motivated, but it hits hard when you're in a rut. Yes, it does.
Yeah, it's good when it's good, but that pressure of getting if you're feeling pressure anyway, it puts more pressure on you in some ways. Think, I must do something.
So Hartman's got a good one here. He finds being able to post a picture in the Facebook group's a good motivator.
Yeah.
Would that be our PCP Facebook page?
It would by some small chance, which is in the show notes below. I've forgotten how many members we've got.
It's about 560 at the minute. It's about 560. It's
we're getting close to 600. To Martin's 600 reveal.
I know we need to find one which isn't the Charge and Light Brigade, because I'm like there must be something. I think it was quite funny in the Facebook group the other day. We're talking about projects and that is obviously we say there's a lot of people who have started Wars of the Roses, and I think it was Felix who got a question saying, "Does anyone know any flag providers like who can provide?" And before I had time, I was like, "Oh, I'll answer that in about 5 minutes. I'll come back and there's like loads of different people, everyone who started a project in the last sort of like
6
comment
months.
It's like oh
bang.
I don't need to write
all your minions, Martin. That's what it was.
It's because
there was also a company there I'd never heard of, which I was
the one that does actual cloth flags.
Yeah,
I went and had a look.
Yeah, I
just watched 300 twice apparently.
Just watched
600. And Daniel's he's put your battle reports, Martin, got him back into it.
Thank you very much. Supposed to be the battle report that got a copyright strike today.
Or the one with the snowman. That's the one that done it.
The one with the snowman, yeah.
Yeah, the Christmas snowman. Oh dear. So watching, Rich M's put watching Dom using a magnifying glass and knowing now that I'm not the only one that helps me to get motivated.
It's tough to see these little things. They're so tiny.
And you got glasses on as well.
And I got glasses on. Usually I don't wear the glasses, but it shows how bad these are. I don't know whether it's because now I've got it under the magnifying glass, and now I'm obsessed with all the trimming off all the little seams on it. And they probably won't even be visible.
You're looking for all those mold lines.
Yeah, I'm looking at the mold lines and going, geez, I can't get rid of that. But it probably...
You ain't going to see it. You ain't going to see it, though.
I've just spent 20 minutes just getting mold lines off one tank.
Oh my God.
Oh, jeez. Sorry.
Stop faffing and get on with it.
Yeah, exactly. You're bloody right.
Oh, dear. It's, it's an interesting one, isn't it? It's... when you have a break from something you love, you should think automatically that you should be able to get straight back into it and feel that love and passion. I guess you want to feel that passion that you felt originally when you started doing the hobby, don't you? To take over again, and
I think that's why in my advice is always go back to what it was that got you excited in the hobby to begin with. If it's the painting side, then go and find something nice challenge to paint. If it's something that if you love gaming, oh God, he's on cool. If it's a gaming thing, then for me it's gaming. I always loved the gaming, so going to a club, meeting up with some buddies, having a game, going to a show, looking at inspiration there, that helps. not that I tend to have too much motivation lows. I get demotivated on certain projects, but not necessarily on the hobby as a whole. It's you're a painter, aren't you? So you know, and a modeler primarily. So
Yes.
how do you keep it? So it's just changing it up, really, for you.
It is. Just find something different. Like I say, I know I keep going back to it. This bust, I am absolutely loving painting. I've just spent the past half an hour painting a hat. And there must be about, I don't know how many layers of highlights and dry brush, but just want to bring this what Jonas mentioned about the Spotify playlist. So it has been updated. I'm going to go in probably tomorrow because I know people added a few more that they want to see in there. So I'll go in and add those tomorrow. But yeah, massive thank you to everyone that's put in suggestions.
It's an eclectic mix, isn't it?
It is.
Like I said,
I was listening to it the other night, and it was like, oh my goodness, it just bounces around all over the place. It's brilliant.
I've got. Where can people go to put these suggestions on, Steve? Because I've got a couple I want to chuck in.
There's a thread. Just search for Spotify in the Facebook group and just leave a message, and I'll get it updated.
You're gonna love what I have to add.
As long as it's not bleeding scouting for girls or something naff like that. I mean,
it's going to be Fallout Boy, but yeah.
The other day I was listening to. I always put it on random, and so I was listening to Willie Nelson, and then when that finished, Bolt Thrower came on. You don't get too many compilations when you go from.
I think I had the same kind of thing the other night. It was like it literally jumped from one and just so. You want such a jump?
Do you want artist names or just? Or do you
just
want
the name of the song, the name of the person. Some of it, I mean, I can just do searches, so it's fine.
I'll get a bit of Johnny Cash in there for everybody.
I think there is some Johnny Cash in there.
There's got to be Johnny Cash in there. Yeah. It just wouldn't be right.
There is a proper eclectic mix of music in there. Yeah.
How many songs is that up to, Steve? Do you know?
It's up to 100 songs. It's on for 8 hours. 8 hours and 8 minutes, yeah.
That's awesome. That's really cool that we've managed to get everyone in the community to do that. That is awesome. And
I say I've got into some. You go down a rabbit hole when you hear a song you don't know. What I found it literally is perfect painting music because you don't know what's coming next.
No,
I really want someone to listen to that like Dom and then come to CrackCon wearing a Burzum t-shirt. It's like, and then setting fire to a church.
Any Coldplay?
No, they're banned. They're outlawed.
That's nothing to do with me. I just like trying to.
No, nothing's banned. If you want Coldplay, if you want the Cheeky Girls, if you want Des O'Connor,
because guess what? Those songs just make you laugh when they come on. Well, they make some people laugh. They make Steve cry, but yeah.
we could have the Cheeky Girls covering Burzum. That'd be a good one.
Who's the other one? Laura was saying that we were listening to the other day. That like took us back to our early 20s. Who was it? Is it Green? Yeah, Green Day. Is it Green Day? Black Parade?
No, that's My Chemical Romance.
My Chemical Romance.
God, how do I know that? Right.
See, and in your cool tendencies.
I'm going to go and bog flush myself now for even knowing that. Jeez.
Is that cheese? Is it? That's not death metal then.
That's proper fromage. That is.
What? What's that? What? I missed this. Hang on. My Chemical Romance. Oh, that was part of the whole emo rock scene thing in the sort of 2006 kind of.
They headlined one of the nights when I was at Download in 2007. I went to see Korn instead. But yeah, not the best.
No.
Moving on.
Okay. Do you know another one where you're saying about the Spotify playlist? Do you know what we should do? We should do a hobby playlist for YouTube. So like on our channels, we can create playlists, can't we?
Yeah.
We should try and do one like of videos that we think might be useful for people or might be a good little watch or something like that. You know, we've all seen them, haven't we? Videos that we think, oh, actually, it's really good. This is, pretty awesome. We could just create a playlist. Doesn't have to be our channel specifically, does it? But if there's videos that we see out there on that are hobby related and other people's channels, and it's just a central place for people to have a playlist or something, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One good thing I like about whether it's a Spotify playlist or a YouTube one, it exposes people to new things that you wouldn't necessarily look at or.
Sorry, I just see Rich's comment that really made me laugh.
My
chemical toilet.
Yeah, I didn't get this. It was I think Luke posted it, and it was a Faith No More tabletop role playing game.
What?
Good to see Faith.
I didn't understand how that would work.
I don't even know what Faith No More is.
Oh dear.
I generally don't. I don't know what they is.
Do you know what? I just don't get disappointed anymore. There's no point.
What is generally? What is it? What is it?
Faith No More.
Yeah.
A very
it's a band.
Yeah, it's a very famous band.
Very famous band.
What for doing what?
Singing, Ken.
Singing.
Yeah, what music? what style?
Well, Mike Patton. Mike Patton doesn't have a style. Mike Patton is Mike Patton, and he does what Mike Patton wants to do.
Does that answer your...
That sums up Faith No More. Just listen to the song "Epic" by Faith No More.
Okay, I'm only 30. Remember? Should I know that? I don't know.
I know, but I listen to Black Sabbath.
There you go. I'll give myself a red card. There you go.
No, you won't.
Oh, where did that come from?
That's been waiting.
We've been waiting to use that one, and you used it.
Didn't mean to click on that. Oops.
Love it.
Post-medieval bards, apparently.
Post-medieval bards.
Oh, jeez.
No, cool. Sorry, it's just work stuff. Yeah.
I hate these Saxons.
Why? What do you hate about them? Come on, let's go on a tangent. What do you hate about the Saxons?
No, these Saxons, not the Saxons, these Saxons. Why would I just come out of a random no, these ones. I just can't. I just thought maybe it was.
What have the Saxons ever done for us? Come on.
What I just think it's one of these Victrix kits where I've followed the instructions. I was like, I've gone for it, going, is it me? Am I just trying to put the wrong pieces together? I've gone back for it. Nope, they're definitely meant to go together. All these guys have just got really long arms. I don't know. It's just, they just seem to have their arms are about twice as long as they should be. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm sure when I can't paint them, I just can't work out how this is meant to. That looks like a shoulder, and I can't work out where it's meant to go. Anyway, sorry, I digress.
No. It's just interesting to hear. Do you like the look of them once they're completed? That's why I gather you bought them.
Well, yeah, but this is the thing is, it's the shield arm. You've got to paint on the. The shield arm is separate, so you got to stick that on it. It's going to be covered by a shield, but I'm trying to get it so that they're in some interesting poses rather than just all ranked up.
Just your normal standard pose. Yeah.
So no, I think I'm nearly there.
Well, here's something for you then. A bit of a tangent. Here we go. Have you guys ever come across obviously instructions being wrong, like in model kits? I've done it with Games Workshop. I found their Imperial Guard one was modelled wrong, and it was their painting guide that was actually modelled wrong. So it was telling you to paint something like a flesh colour on the trousers, for example, or two different greens. But that was it. It was two different greens on the Catachans. So they would tell you to paint the trouser colour on the t-shirt and the t-shirt on the trouser, and obviously it looked complete opposite to what you're doing. And I did it because I was new. I just followed the colours, like what the names were, the colours. And then I ended up painting up a unit of these guys, and I contacted Games Workshop. And they said, we're aware of this. And I'm thinking, well, why have you bloody changed it? but it was quite frustrating. What have you guys come across anything that's really been frustrating, like missing parts and instructions? Or
the M10s I was working on last week. Parts 35 and 36 are the wrong way around on the instructions.
Oh, that's handy.
And there's two bits on the instructions that aren't in the kit.
Are you serious?
No, there's two little toe things that go on the front of the M10. I cannot find them on the sprue.
Oh, right, okay. That's
I've
interesting.
had that on a
I've got
couple
something
of kits. I remember that where there's just you go hunting, it says a number, and you're looking everywhere, and you can't find it.
You can't find it. No, it's like it should be in a little box or something. And I've got a similar thing with these T72s, right? There's these like guards that are up here, right? They look like track guards or something like that. But for the life of me, I've looked through the instructions, I've looked at the pictures, and I cannot work out where they go. I just cannot work out. I cannot see them. I've looked at the rear of the tank. I cannot see the things where you would think they would be. And I can't work it out. I generally can't. And it's driving me insane because it looks like it would fit somewhere quite important. It might be like a rear of the tank that you different. I just don't know. I really don't know, but it's really annoying me.
Just cover it in wet mud. Nobody will know.
Yeah. And these side skirts are a bit of a pain in the ass as well on these T72s or the T60s. Which one is it? I think it's a T60 actually, but they're an absolute pain in the bum because they haven't really got the recess. I think this is one of maybe a little bit of an older kit. Yeah, 2017. I'd say it's an old kit. 2017 is not that old. But they're new T80s. That's an awesome kit. Lovely kit. I love that kit. It's really nice. But yeah, no, that's what I found. What have you found, Martin?
What with
any instructions or things that have been wrong?
I think I've already talked about the one that annoyed me, but I don't know if I should bring it up again.
No, go on.
I bought. Do you remember my eternal search for the perfect snow?
Yes.
The infamous search.
I followed so many instructions on how to do it and used all of the products that each manufacturer is like. You should use our specific PVA or our scenic cement, and it didn't work. And you get back in touch with them, and they were like, "Oh well, I'm sorry, maybe it was a bad batch." And then there was one in particular who I contacted, who was so belligerent that I must be doing it wrong. And I basically I bought all of your products. All I want to know is what I'm doing wrong. So I bought all of your products. This is how I've laid it down. I even sent them step-by-step photos of what I was doing. Right, and then I was like, it's turning like faded green. I'm not putting any flock on the base. I'm not putting it on anything. Here is a brown base. Here is the glue. Here is your stuff. Right? Why is it doing that? Oh, and instead of going, oh, it's a bad batch or something like that, they basically came back and told me that there must be some kind of grease on my fingers that the flock was picking up when I was putting it on there. So I
should have stood there with bleach and just like. Don't do this.
But I was so sort of perplexed by the whole thing. I was like, I wasn't even like saying your product is wrong. I was just saying, I was getting in touch saying, what did I do? But I found that with flocks, I find that there's a lot of most of the instructions for using flocks you usually find off people on YouTube, not the manufacturers.
Yeah, absolutely.
You get advice. You get advice, and the stuff that you use, like the woodland scenic stuff. If you went through all of their instructions, obviously you'd probably be spending quite a lot of money on all their scenic cement and stuff like that, which is fair enough. That's their products. But the main thing is I bought their scenic and it didn't stick anything. It just fell off. So, so yeah, that was my main one. It comes to scenery. I haven't had anything with models yet. Fingers crossed. Possibly, wasn't there? I vaguely seem to remember that when the Flames of War plastic Panzer IVs originally came out, that they had 4 shirts and panels aside, and there should have been 5. And the instructions showed 5, and in the box you only got 4.
Okay.
And it was because it was only molded with 4, but everyone was looking for a 5th one.
Yeah,
everyone was going nuts
because they were saying there was a 5th one, and people. It's quite interesting actually because like Bricker City and Shakers and Sprues are both saying to me about these kits. Battlefront, they tend to put extras in that they don't put in the instructions.
Oh God, yes.
So my argument is fine. You put them in extras that are variants. Well, I'm not a T72 expert. Be nice to know what these extra variants are. Why not tell me? I
got one off those fuel cans, right?
Yeah.
Where do they go? I presume they didn't just sit on the turret waiting to be shot.
No.
So I've just stuck them behind it, but there's no.
I've got that on these 12 mils. Exactly that. The fuel cans, they come as extras. and
Where'd
they
you put
don't
'em?
show you where to put them.
I understand you could probably Google this stuff, but I was a bit like, what do I do with it? Is it an extra? Is it a scenic extra? Does it go on? And I'll tell you. Sorry, this is it. I told Steve about this. So this is the turret off of the. This isn't going to come out at all, is it? This is the turret off of the Sherman, right?
Yeah.
But the machine gun on top. What's that on top? An M6? What is that? An M60 on top of it?
No,
What
it's
is
a
that?
50 cal.
No, it's a 50 cal. Here you go. This is how out of touch I'm, right? It does. You cannot position the tank commander and the M60 on there.
Yeah, you know why?
Why?
The 50 cal, because that gun's not
What, the 50
designed
cal?
to be used with the hatch. You have to stand out the back of the hatch and use it.
Yeah, but exactly. So why bother giving the open hatch then?
Yeah, it's designed to be stood out the back of it and using it that way.
Like in Fury.
Like in Fury.
No, like in
So
Band of Brothers.
historically accurate film like Fury.
Like in Band of Brothers. Yeah, you know where
But
the
also
Shermans
like it.
come up.
But like in Fury.
But yeah, I'm like in Fury.
No. So yeah, that was one. But yeah, see, I wouldn't know that because I'm not as up on World War II. And there's nothing in there for to state that. You see, that Shakos has said the caliber is 50. It's mounted on the rear for AA use. The British took it off, but that doesn't say that in the instructions. This is a British starter set. So why doesn't it say remove it? Why is it there? Or if it's there, why does it not say to assemble as British? Remove. Questions.
There you go.
Questions.
See, it's an interesting one though, because we're not, you want to start, and we were talking about starting new periods. You could be not into it at all, but you still want to be historically accurate, and you can't. That kit's making it harder for you to do. It's nice to include it. I'm not saying nothing's good to include, but if you're going to include it in a kit, tell me what it is. And that's where Warlord are pretty good, to be fair. I love that they have their list of all their items on their sprues. Tells you what it is.
Yeah.
Perry do the same
Perry,
as well.
Perry as well.
There was a whole photo and section just on that bucket to hang off the bottom of the French.
Yeah.
backpack.
Yeah.
The thing is, when I was doing those French Perry Napoleonics,
Drummers.
their instructions were fantastic and great.
Yeah, they're good.
But my brain wasn't. I was what? So he stands there, so he wears a different uniform. Yeah, all right, okay. Why? Oh, so he's there, so he has an extra pom pom on his hat. He's going to get shot. Does it matter how many pom poms he's wearing? That's just my problem with Napoleonic. So
Steve's gone on the Napoleonic bash.
There's a little rant there from Steve about French anyway.
Can you imagine mine with a Rubicon kit? Yeah, because their kits are awesome, and they tell you what to do.
Nightmare if you're not a modeler. Jesus, awful.
I have seen Rubicon kits, and I have no desire. I'm fine with kits. I like modeling and kit bashing, and I'm fine with complicated kits. That doesn't bother me.
Kit right there.
All I want is if it's a kit or what I think it should be, is it just to say this is what this is, and you're left with pieces left over. You're like, have I forgotten to stick something in? It
is a very good point, though. I think you're making a very good point about these. We all know that manufacturers produce a variant. The same basic kit can be used with all different variants.
Yeah,
but they should tell you
what it is.
What it is.
What it is. Just tell me what it is.
Just explain that actually, if you're doing the British one, you don't need to worry about the 50 cal because they didn't use it, and this is just an extra,
And the other cool thing is, if you've got bits like I've got this T72 kit, for example, I might be really wanting to buy a T72 kit that's the variant that I've already got with these extra parts, and I'd go out and buy a whole nother bloody model, but I've already got the extras to be able to do it. But I don't know. Do you know what I mean? It's like
my Rubicon spares came to my rescue the other night, because I made this, which is the Rubicon 2.5 ton truck.
Yes.
Well, it comes with a variant to have a heavy machine gun.
Yes. Yeah.
I didn't do it. I just did it as is. Anyway, the other night when I was working on one of the second M10s, I snapped off the end of one of the barrels.
Oh.
And the floor monster swallowed it. I don't know where it went.
No.
But luckily, I went back into my my Rubicon spares, and I just chopped the barrel off and glued it on, and you can't even tell. But when I did this, The only issue I had with this was me trying to be too much of a smart ass for my own good, because I painted the drivers separately.
Yeah,
and
trying to
then
get him in.
Trying to get him in, I had to cut his legs off.
Yeah, a bit of a bugger, isn't it?
I'll tell you something that I've decided to do just to sort of I don't know. I've decided to throw away my spares and my bit boxes.
I didn't throw all my spares away, but when I moved, I did throw some. I've got to admit, I did throw some away.
I'm looking at sort of like the Crusader stuff, and for the Seljuks, I've used everything. Now that I do have spare bodies and swords, but I'm going to be buying the same boxes again.
Yeah, and you can have more.
I'm going to have the same spares because I've got the same amount.
It's like the Chasseur Cheval, the cavalry, and the Perry.
Yeah,
you're not going to use them all.
Hang on,
and
we just have a moment for our colleague Steve, who's just feeling a little bit faint at the moment. The idea of throwing away screws.
Steve, do you want a load of Seljuk, Turkish Saracen style sprues?
Well, I'm trying. The problem is, I've got these.
Whole eastern branch of your turnip army.
Yeah, I've got these extras on this sprue, but I'm not hoarding it. I don't want to hoard this stuff. So if it doesn't go on the model, it's going in the bin. So it's annoying. Don't get me wrong. To chuck it away, but I know if I don't chuck it away, I'm just going to end up with a bag of crap. I'm never going to use.
I keep empty sprues.
Why?
Dude, why?
Because you can make bricks out of them.
Yeah, but just use bricks.
Just use bricks.
No, but all you do is get.
You are an eco warrior, Steve. The eco warrior award goes to you.
Wow.
It's just a good way of. I mean, you can make bricks.
I know you can make sprue glue out of it.
If you want to make some scatter terrain, you want to make some fences. You can use just carve them down into for fence posts. There's loads of different ways you can reuse sprues.
Yeah, but how many sprues have you got at any one time just sat there?
I got boxes all over the place.
There you go. I can say maybe keep 5 or 6 or even 10 at a push, but you got boxes of the bloody.
No, I got boxes.
The thing is, actually, now saying that, but it's only because I've kept every single. I've never thrown a Wars of the Roses sprue away if it's still got something on it, right? So imagine how many I've got.
You got loads.
I have a lot. They're all up there.
Why don't you spend time clipping them all out?
I did. I filled up a whole thing, and then
really,
I don't want to go. Yeah, I filled up a whole like hobby box thing, like a fishing tackle kind of box, full of Wars of Roses heads. Now I've still got loads more. But if I hadn't have kept them, I wouldn't have been able to build the Earl of Warwick, who is now currently in 11 different pieces, and that's what he's going to be. But do you know what's so annoying? The one thing I needed was that one arm that you always use. That you don't have any spares of, so I've had to go and order that one sprue from eBay, just purely because I'm going to be chopping it off at the elbow for a hand.
Yeah,
I always find the ones I'm short on are binoculars and like maps and orders that they're holding.
See, I'm never short on that. I'm never short on those because I very rarely use them, and I should use them more because it gives you more variety.
I use them for spotters, forward observation,
observers,
pointing arms as well. They're another one.
Pointing arms are handy.
Pointing arms, yeah.
Pointing arms are very handy. They're handy for anybody, rifleman or an NCA. They just add the variety of plays. Shakos and sprues. But are you doing Team Yankee or Battle Group? It was Team Yankee, wasn't it? That box set.
Yeah.
Yeah, Team Yankee. I didn't even know. Is there a difference? I have no idea. They both Battle Group sounds half decent as well. To be fair,
Battle Group is good.
That sounds pretty cool.
Good system.
I would rather. I'd like to get some infantry of these. Can you do that? Can you get infantry with Battle Group or this
Battle Group? Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Oh, you can. Oh, okay. Because I like Flames of War style where you've got like tanks and infantry. But I've seen Team Yankees more tank based. Is it?
Which it's more? So. Isn't it set in the near future?
Yeah. Team Yankees are future. Well, present.
Okay. Oh, maybe Battle Group then. I might do Battle Group if it's more.
Battle Group's a good system, and it does I mean, you can do lots of armor, but it is more an infantry and support weapon with a few tanks.
Sounds cool. Oh, that sounds cool. Yeah, I like the sound of that then. That sounds quite cool. I'd like to do something a bit more modern. It's like I keep going on about the Falklands, don't I? I'd like to do that.
Well, battle group I play is Second World War.
Oh, okay.
I don't know whether they do a version that's more modern. I don't know.
North Tag is same time. Oh, North. Oh, that's another game. North Tag. It's same time, mid-80s. Oh, okay, cool. They still do motorized infantry for Team Yankee. Okay. Yeah, I'll look into it because I would like to get some infantry for it. That would be.
Jesus. Have you guys seen what the time is?
Yeah.
I didn't see that. It's been good.
Oh my lord!
Oh my goodness me, that's crazy.
Oh, shit.
That's good. It's good.
Do you know my Landsknechts have got green feathers? I'm repeating the trend on this guy, so he's going to be one of my Landsknecht project. This
is Big Brother, is he?
I honestly cannot describe how much of a change this is painting wise. I honestly thought I really thought I was going to struggle with it, with the scale being so larger than what I'm used to.
I knew you were going to love that,
but I'm absolutely in. I'm just in. It's a different page, just a different complete change.
Yeah, I knew you were going to love that.
Oh, definitely.
Bloody heavy as well.
You guys,
when we're walking around the back streets of Derby, you could have it loaded in a sock just for defense for us.
I could do that with that bloody Emperor's class Battlefleet Gothic shit. That's just
that's a fair chunk of metal.
That is a rather big chunk of metal. I'm not gonna lie. I could probably kill somebody with that, and it's not even a joke. You definitely could. So past couple of weeks since I've been away, then you guys been digging up any new systems you've been thinking about starting, or anything floating your boat that wasn't before Christmas, and thinking, I wouldn't mind giving that a go.
I'm going to hopefully be giving Battle Group a go with Robin, because when we finish this current Wars of Roses thing, he's promised me some games on that. But no, not really. I don't think I've started anything new. I've been painting the Flames of War stuff, but it's mostly still just been Wars of Roses and Crusades and just pushing on with them. I did consider painting something Napoleonic the other day, and then I looked at all of my Napoleonics and no,
I don't need it. Especially now I can look over and see all my Napoleonics and think, I don't need any more at 28 mil. I
was looking at them going, no, I'm fine. I'm fine now.
Yeah, okay, this will shock everybody. Do you know what I was painting last week?
Go on then.
Go on.
172 scale Napoleonics.
What?
Are they French as well?
No, they're British.
They're British.
What? How? Why?
I don't know. I can't explain it. They're Italieri.
Oh, Italieri ones.
Yeah, they're Italieri 1815 British.
Okay.
I don't know. I've literally got no reasonable explanation for why.
What is up with our friend Steve?
It's definitely something gone very weird with him, even weirder than normal. I mean, it's just bizarre.
I don't know. And to be fair, the only bit that's really pissing me off is all the equipment. I don't like it. But actually painting the red and the greys and the whites, it wasn't too bad at all. Whether I'll finish them, I don't know. I'm painting batches of 4. I was thinking of either doing sharp practice at 172.
That works.
Literally, as you said that.
Oh, bloody hell.
James,
get out of my mind. Get out of my mind.
Sharp practice.
I was waiting for someone to make a comment about, did you do a drummer?
I think you've set the chat alive.
Everyone's woken up. What the hell?
Dom will be on turnips next. Yeah. Have you not fallen yet, Dom? I saw your April Fool's joke.
No, it's not happening. It's not happening. Around here.
But no, I don't know, and whether they'll be finished or not. It's just something that if I've got 10 minutes, I go in and do 10 minutes worth, and they'll put them down again. So I don't know. I haven't sworn or got angry at them yet, which is not normal.
That's always a plus sign. Yeah, be doing Vikings. Yeah, all right. hell will freeze over before I do Vikings. Yeah, yeah. So, Dom, you don't know about that? I bought a new army, Dom.
What did you buy, mate?
I bought those ACW, those figures. Do you remember I was going on about them?
Oh yeah.
Months. I bought them even cheaper because he hasn't sold them. So I couldn't.
You
say
played
no.
the waiting game.
I played the waiting. I forgot about them completely, and then I saw another advert for him, and I was like, "Oh, that's gone down in price. 25% off that."
Damn, I should have got in and bought them out from underneath you.
Oh dear!
You come around here and you go, "Oh, those look familiar."
Yeah, they look familiar. Dom, what are they all about? I need to get another shelf now for my IKEA. I'm gonna have to another shelf it up. I'm gonna run out of space. Martin will be doing Henry Tudor next.
No, he won't.
I'd love to see him do a Henry Tudor.
But there's no point. The only reason I won't do Henry Tudor is because he's in one battle. There's no point, and he didn't even really fight.
He was kind of important.
Yeah, but so was Henry VI. I'm not going to do him either. What's the point? I'm not going to make a force for a guy who didn't really fight in that many battles. I don't really see the point. I'll do his uncle. I'll do Jasper Tudor. I'll do him.
Yeah. There you go.
There you go. I mean, I'll do him and then I'll tread on him. I'll do that.
Dear. So, go on.
No, I was going to say anything. That's right.
Oh, okay.
For my next War of the Roses faction, that's the thing.
Oh, yeah, that's it. Oh, what about some Scots?
I could do a Scots one, I suppose. Yeah, I was thinking about doing a Yorkist one, just because I've got the Stanleys, so they can swing. Or
you could do some Scots. That would be quite cool.
Not many people do Norfolk, and he's got quite cool.
How simple is his heraldry? And cool, can I get transfer?
They're lions.
Oh, that's easy. Good.
Well, one's lions, and the other one is crosses. I think I can't remember what the other one is. Yeah, he's fairly straightforward. It's all red as well.
Oh,
is that
better?
Is that why there's two lions outside? Is it like Norwich Town Hall or something? There's two lions. I only know about it because of Alan Partridge.
Yeah, probably. I'll say yeah. I'll say yeah. But yeah, no, Norfolk could be quite a good one because there's two. There's Mowbray and Howard. So
yeah, because I done Mowbray in the 100 Years' War, didn't I?
Yeah, so the Mowbray family ends. So Mowbray's the one who comes along at Towton and sort of saves the day, and then dies shortly afterwards. And then it goes to Howard.
Well, obviously, I finished my War of the Roses project. But
obviously, you finished it, but those 6 days.
Yeah, obviously. So, big shout out here to Benjamin. He's just put his last shield on his first batch of 120 inventory. Well done.
And they were all hand painted as well.
You get Superstar Award.
That's batch painting to the nth degree.
I know. I remember when I did that with those 28mm Napoleonics. 4 battalions at once. That was painful. That was painful, but it did help in the end. Definitely.
What? You burn out?
I'll tell you what might be good for a project though. I've got in the news. I've got a little bit of something.
I was literally about to say, should we do some news?
Yeah, go on then.
Yeah.
Are you going to do your thing?
Now we're going to get
news with Dom.
With me. Oh dear. What did I find? I did find a couple of pieces, but there wasn't that much that I saw, to be absolutely honest.
Yeah, I saw one thing this week I can talk about, if I can remember what it is. It will come back to me, I'm sure it will.
I saw these. Is a new Vietnam range from Gringo.
Yeah, they do look rather nice. Not gonna lie.
They're rather sweet, aren't they? I mean, it's not a period I've ever really had a inkling.
No, but the miniatures look absolutely wicked.
Just amazing. I mean, really good. So there's a whole batch of them apparently on his website. So go over and check out Gringo 40 if you're interested in Vietnam stuff. Hopefully we'll get him on the channel at some point. He did seem very keen to come on the stream and talk about his addiction to Vietnam and all the work he's done around that. And also, for a different period entirely, these are some new V&V Irish slingers, which actually look
nice.
brilliant. I'm really, really impressed. I would imagine our mate Carl, friend of the channel, will be selling these at some point through Mez's Minis.
The guy in the far left reminds me of Terry Gilliam for some reason.
I can't know what you mean. I don't know what you mean. What I like about them, I was thinking when I saw these up, and I thought, Jesus, I can remember the old days of like Hinchcliffe and other slingers, where literally they're all in one pose. They look like they've got a club in their hand, and these are properly animated. You can see him taking one out of the pouch. He's got one loading up. It's really, really sweet. And Martin, I know you're excited about the new Reconquer Cavaliero range of horse archers. This is nice. Some of the mock-ups of what he's doing. He's doing 10 horse archers next month, which is almost certainly going to be joining my army.
It's cool. He's posting. It's quite interesting because he's posting up lots of work in progress, which is really, really cool. Which is always fun to look at. But it just makes me want to buy them. So that's the problem. Just means you have to do it. So Benjamin, I think V&V use resin, but I think they do some metal, don't they? But I think those are resin.
They're not plastic, are they? I'm pretty sure they're not plastic. V&V.
They're resin.
Yeah, I think those ones we were looking at maybe 3D printed because I could see the lines possibly.
Maybe it's pre.
Yeah, it's pre-production. Yeah, so. But I think I'm pretty sure they do use resin. Majority of the figures, V&V. Have you got any more news? So I've got some stuff.
Grey Lions. Thank you.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, I've got some. So they get mentioned on the channel a bit. On the stream a bit. And that is the Wofun figures, the plastic, paper armies. Peter Dennis does the artwork.
Yes. Oh yeah.
So they've just released a new set, which is basically medieval Scots English.
Nice.
So you can do I was about to say the American War of Independence, the Scottish Wars of Independence, the Scottish War of Independence, with lovely the lovely sort of artwork on them, and you can buy them at either 15mm or 28mm. So you can mix your skulls, but they're completely different on the backs. They've actually got the reverses on them as well, which is.
I'm gonna have to try these.
I'm gonna have to try these. I really am.
Yeah, I am. They're not expensive either, if I remember rightly.
I think they're a little bit dearer than people think because they're plastic. They're not cardboard. You can buy cardboard versions of them.
That makes it even better that they're plastic.
But these are plastic, and then so you can I can't. What's this, like plexi. What I'm trying to say, you know what I mean? But look at like the Knight Commander in the middle in the background over there.
Oh, it's awesome, doesn't it?
He does. So but they do sort of English Civil War. I mean, it looks just like an epic army, really, to be honest.
Can I be a bit controversial? So I don't really like that. I mean, I like the look of them. They're kind of cool, but it just reminds me of some sort of, where's the that game where you flip the counters over and the face.
Stratego.
Yeah, it reminds me of that.
I see what you mean. Yeah,
I mean, they're beautifully done. Don't get me wrong, but it just doesn't float my boat at all.
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
I think I would use them because I'm never going to have a big enough army for playing that period. I would just from a pure wargaming tabletop tactics type of perspective. I think they'd look really, really good.
I've seen people who have based them up and everything, and added static grass and tufts and everything like that. But
I'm not going to criticize anybody who does it, but just for me. Not my thing.
You can see. Yeah, I'm quite interested in that because I thought when I looked at it that the knight at the back was actually a model initially. I thought that was there for some kind of comparison, but I don't think it is. But anyway, so they're out on the Wofun website. I added our token piece of GW news in because I knew Dom wouldn't do it, and that's because they carried on with the Horus Heresy releases, and this seemed to upset a lot of people. So this is a Imperial Fist Praetor.
Yeah,
and a lot of people are upset.
No, it's
with
not.
the
It's an
kind of
ultramarine.
with the mohawk thing.
Yeah.
And I don't understand. I did doesn't really bother me in a game where you've got skulls hanging off of everything, and
It's not very true. It's not very true to Imperial Fist lore. Let's just put it that way.
no, because they're meant to be very dour down the
Yeah,
middle.
they're not. That's very ultramarine Romanesque.
Yeah.
I thought they all wore like plumes.
No.
And I think there was a lot of plumes in 30k. A lot of the helmets are your bog standard Space Marines have plumes on their helmets. But I can understand because the lore behind the Imperial Fist is the very they basically make
they're very bland. They're very Dawn.
Yeah, they make the Ultramarines like the Rolling Stones.
Yeah. Yeah, it's,
you watch it now. I bet someone in the comments now is going to come back with some example now of like some plumed unit or like character for the Imperial Fist. I don't know enough about them to.
They're my chapter. That's who I.
Explain.
That's my
So
jam.
they are fantasy, right?
Yeah.
So this thing about
sci-fi,
uniforms,
if you want to go that way.
Yeah. So uniforms, does that really apply then? I mean,
yeah, they're meant to be a military unit, so I would say so. Yeah.
I think it looks. I'm going to be sure. I don't mind it. I think it looks quite fun. And I think he's got other helmets. I think you can just stick a helmet.
I love the idea. We spent longer talking about the fact whether it's historically whether it's correct or not on the
lore
fantasy.
Science
fiction. Sorry, unit.
I'm passionate about my Imperial Fist.
Yeah, and then just bringing it back. War Games Atlantic have put up their World War I Russians.
I missed. Yeah, I meant to put that. They look lovely.
They're pretty cool, aren't they?
So they'll be coming out in a multi part.
I wonder how they'll fit with the not Great Escape, Empress First World War metal figures.
I chucked in the gas masky ones as well.
Hey.
Yes. Oh. Yeah,
very turnip.
Those gas masks are very, very handy. They're very good. They're very well done as well.
Yeah, they're nice.
Those gas masks, they are very well done.
That one in the middle, all I can hear is the theme tune to Pulp Fiction.
Yeah. Yes.
I know what Pulp Fiction is, and I have seen it.
Oh, well
done.
Good.
My favourite scene is definitely Samuel L. Jackson with the burger, the good burger. Yeah, the burger. Yeah.
Why did I think you would say that? Miller might be interested in the fact you went on about that one.
Yeah, Miller might be as well. Yeah, I saw a bit of news. It is Epic related, believe it or not. If you look on the Epic, if you go to the Epic Facebook group, so the All of Games Epic one, you will see on there that someone's done some rescales of La Haye-Saint and Hougoumont and stuff like that for 13.5 mil. So they've actually done it, and they're quite reasonably priced. I think it was about 40 quid, and it was resin, and it was really nice detail. So if you're looking for stuff that is to that scale, be sure to have a look, because it's only about 40 quid. And yeah, definitely worth checking out. And there was another thing, Martin. I'm gonna have to get the picture for it next week. But do you remember when we were at Warfare, and I showed you those 6 mil figures?
Oh, the MDF ones.
Yeah, I keep trying to find them. I'm going to bring them up next week on the news. But I think they're a really good alternative.
I remember.
Do you remember it? It was really cheap as well.
Like £5 for like an army.
Yeah, it was crazy. I'll bring this little teaser for next week in the news section, but we'll bring that up. And it was very cheap, but it was still really decently detailed, and it absolutely eased the paint. So we'll definitely be bringing that up. But that's from me. And I've just realised I haven't done any of the pictures.
Piano miniature mini agnostic. Yeah, piano miniatures Hessians. Yeah, I think I showed them last week. They look really, really good. Quite impressed with the fact you can swap the heads apparently as well. So you can either have them in bicorns or Shakos, depending on what period you want to do them.
Oh, cool.
Which I think is a very clever thing to do. I think that's the next Kickstarter. So he's just about to send out the metals for the second Kickstarter. So that'll be.
I nearly caved on his website the other day. I nearly caved.
they are lovely. I'm waiting for the next lot to arrive. Oh dear.
How long do you guys spend, do you reckon, a week looking at miniatures?
What, physically or digitally?
Digitally, a lot on the internet, looking at getting new minis.
Too much.
Yeah.
If you talk about just scrolling through Facebook and watching videos and my YouTube time, I don't know, you probably a good 50% of my YouTube viewing time will be watching miniature or hobby related videos, because the other 50% is stuff I'm watching as I'm painting.
Right. Okay.
So you could probably just go by. I could just look at my YouTube watch time per week, and that'll probably equate to my miniature related activities. A lot. But the thing is, if I'm on a job as well, and we've said before, and Alex has said in the comments as well, is that a lot of our stuff can be very stop-start, especially if we're on a kind of a job where we're like doing like a pipeline or something. You're just standing there watching the machine, and then the guys can be suddenly standing there for 3 hours having a chat while they just decide whether or not the pipe's at the right level. If there's nothing you can do, you have to stay there until they start working again. But if you've recorded everything, there's nothing to do. You just go on the Plastic Crap Podcast Facebook page and and then you'll see like a flurry of comments like
starts with questions.
Yeah,
it's definitely in it.
Elaine watches a lot of shit on telly, so I get a lot of time to look at figures and watch people's videos and whatnot. So
I know my weird thing at the moment is I keep looking at Treebeard on the Games Workshop website. I just want to buy him, and I'm like,
yeah, I know what you mean.
I just want him.
I've just dropped the second crew member on the floor. Oh,
that's just not good, mate.
15, 16, 17.
Oh, the first one went missing. I thought I've got a spare. I'll use him. I've dropped him now as well.
I've just mixed the most perfect green I think I've ever.
Is it the pure? Is it a nugget of the purest green?
It's purest green.
Oh my goodness me! How are we looking? What was your percentages, Steve?
Oh, what for this green?
Yeah,
it was 90% Vallejo German uniform.
Yep.
And then I added. I can't remember what was the second paint. Oh, 10% Luftwaffe blue.
Oh, okay.
It's given this really nice turquoisey thing. So I'm painting this sort of the landscape's got like a I don't know what it is under his hat, cover the side of his face. It's like a tie thing around him. I just wanted a nice green color though. Yeah,
that's quite cool, man. Not gonna lie. Oh, Barrow Whites. Oh no, Ken, stop looking on bloody thingy. Turned into a nightmare. We're just looking at things.
Oh damn! Carpet monster's eating that.
You want to go along with a Hoover and a pair of tights?
The floor monster. No, the other night when I slept.
I only ever wear tights when I'm hoovering. What do you think?
Are we talking like Roger Taylor and I want to break free?
I had exactly that vision.
Is he on about Freddie? He's doing the hoovering.
Right, under no circumstances is Dom to drink anything in Derby at all. I
now demand that I want to break free. Is that?
Do you know what? We haven't really spoke about it, but it's like 3 weeks, 2 weeks away.
It is only 3 weeks away. It is. It's fast approaching. There will be the information thing will be coming out this week. Haley has been finalising some bits with it. Everything else is done. We are pretty much a go. I think all the games are sorted. We're finalising a couple of things with Ian because there might be potentially a couple of people turning up to demo some games. We're all good to go. I think so. Just remember to turn up. Well, I've just got to work out with Ian the times that everyone can get in to set up if you're hosting the game, and then the times that she's like general admission after that.
Yeah, So everybody turned up like 2 hours early last time, didn't we? Oh, something like that.
Something like that. Yeah. Remember, if you're playing a game and if you're bringing on miniatures, that's fantastic. But if you can bring a bush or a tree some piece of scenery, that would be ace. Like bring a bottle, bring a bush.
With trees, because I'm the evil Jim Reaper is very, very kindly giving me a lift to Derby, so I won't be on the train. So I'll be able to bring a bit more stuff. So I'm going to be bringing a whole toolbox full of trees. So if anyone's short of trees, I've got you covered.
Look at that! Look at that! Oh, I just noticed as well, Dom, you've been updating the map, haven't you? Of places where everyone's listening from. So if you want to give a shout out to Dom on the Facebook group, to which country you're listening from, it's not marked off on our beautiful map. That would be
20 countries, I think, at the moment.
20, bloody hell!
20 countries.
Yes, it is.
Although there was a couple of anomalies, like I forget who it was, somebody watching in Afghanistan, but also in the UK. So,
yeah.
But anyway, shout out there is a section in the Facebook page, or here if you want to do it here if we're missing anybody. But yeah, it's amazing. 20 countries.
I know, it is awesome. It's lovely to know that we're global.
We are global.
Somehow we're
I said last week, actually, one of the fun things about that is actually the fact people have suddenly realised that they live very close to other people in the community, and it's like, oh, yeah, we're down the road. Oh, we can meet up and play some games.
I've mentioned it.
That's brilliant.
That happened to me at CrackCon. I found out 3 people live within, very close distance, spitting distance of me, literally. So, apologies for that.
I've lost the 50 can as well. Oh, jeez.
What's that?
That was my ring thing going off.
Oh, okay. What have you been ordering now, Dom?
No, I think it's Imaging coming home.
Oh, right, okay.
Apologies.
Oh, dear, oh, dear. Yeah. So no, it's I'll tell you what, it's been good to actually be able to sit down with you guys again and get back into being able to do this. Sorry, there's no pictures tonight. I did a schoolboy and completely forgot, unless you guys have done any, which you shouldn't have done anyway.
I think the silence is.
I mean, you could just bring up the Facebook page and scroll through that for a bit.
Do you know what? That's actually a very good idea, because it show you a way to get onto said Facebook page. That is look at Dom with the old technology there.
There we go.
It's just crazy, isn't it?
I'm just amazing.
I need an opinion from you all. I will go back.
Oh God.
I've got an extra guy here, right? So I've got the Herschels who are going to be in the middle of the unit, right? I've already got a standard bearer, but I've got enough spare pieces to make another standard bearer. So do we go with another flag, or do I make him a musician?
Everybody needs multiple flags. Flags are cool.
Have you got many musicians though?
I have no musicians.
Dear musician.
No flags.
It makes it different.
Steve, the tiebreaker is to you, my friend.
Musician.
Oh, what? Okay. You're the drummer lover and you go musician, for goodness sake.
But this is Viking horn.
More respect for you.
Yeah, give him a xylophone, no one will notice.
Yeah, give him a xylophone, no one will notice. Right, tell me if you can see this, okay?
Yep. You need to zoom in a bit, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, let's have a go. Oh, yeah, there's the old Plastic Crack podcast playlist there. Who can we got? Pink Fairies and Uncle Harry's Last Fruit. There we go. There you go. You got a bit of everything. And this is what Martin was saying about, can anyone recommend any online shops sell good Wars of the Roses flag? It's reached 108 people. We've got 10 comments. And Martin's like, yeah, I don't need to do anything.
My work here is done.
Okay, so let's have a little look then. So Stephen, he's done some. Is this Necromunda, isn't it? I think, or no, this is Heresy. This is like.
No, I don't think it's Heresy. I think they're just in New Chaos.
Yeah, just New Chaos.
Really?
What I like about Steve Nurgle stuff is that he's got the balance between grimdark and just the right colours. I mean, some Nurgle stuff you see and it's just completely over the top. But I like them. They're really, really good.
Yeah, no, that's really nice, man. That's some nice
I like that. Do you know what I like though? Is that the Death Guard we're going back into the fantasy lore. Is they're meant to be quite jolly as well. They're not just zombies.
Yeah,
they're meant to be sort of laughing all the time. And I like it when people actually manage to capture that in their models.
Yes, yeah, they're like Jokers, if that makes sense. Like you would imagine Batman. And I know what you mean. Yeah. Speaking of more fantasy, Stephen's done some of these
Ooh,
Oh,
nice.
cool.
little gargoyle things, and is that like a gargoyle hunter? It is. That is
That
awesome.
looks like something from Silver Bayonet, maybe.
That looks really cool. I like the base on it.
I love the colour of those demons. Jeez, that's fantastic.
It's a really nice purple, isn't it?
Yeah, I like that.
It's lovely. So, Chloe.
Oh,
It's
nice.
Oh, very cool. Nice little base as well. Like they
Nice.
added some bit of fence on there as well. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Oh, excuse me. Built this fence from scrap MDF. Very nice. So Gringo 40s now. Just done some more. Look at these. Oh, sorry. I sneezed like a
Bless you.
little idiot. Yeah, so no, that's some cool stuff. And I can see 15mm biblicals. Okay. So I gather this is what they've used for inspiration. Oh, wow. That's his Paul. Done a few bits here, hasn't he? Is that like the Raiders of the Lost Ark there?
Yeah, it does.
That's the
look
Ark
like
of the Covenant.
Should have got something like that. Yeah, that's very cool.
Yeah, that is cool. I just want to see a whip Indiana Jones somewhere. And just like
I
literally
just
all the
want
way.
to see a whip, says Ken. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll just
So-
leave that one there, shall we?
So Lee's done. He's been playing some games. Star Wars. That's the clones, isn't it? They are.
Yeah, that's the Star Wars Legion. That's
Legion.
very
Yeah,
cool.
clones versus droids. I love those droid car units. General Grievous there as well. Oh, that's cool, man. It's definitely a game I want to do at some point. So Barry looks like he's done some. I think they're like removable turf.
It's like,
aren't they?
yeah, it's
Oh,
like
yeah,
difficult ground. It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Isn't it done it for Saga?
yeah, but he's used like 500 Tajima 1 tufts or something on there. Like
Yeah.
God, that costs more than the frigging army would cost.
Yeah.
Jesus. I mean, the Tajima's great, but they're quite expensive to use in that kind of quantity.
Got some lovely epic free horse. Very nice. It's British. Awesome stuff, Justin. Well done.
I think he was saying he was bored and they did them blue.
Oh, sweet. Some Rohan. Leon's done some Rohan, guys.
Oh, that's Leon.
Yeah, cool.
Leon
Man.
with his latest addiction.
Yeah. Loves the Lord of the Rings. He's fallen in love with War of the Ring, isn't he?
Yeah,
yeah.
Rules.
the battle
Yeah,
system.
I've got that. I have got. Oh shit! I've got that book somewhere, and I can't. I should have. Oh, there it is. I'm looking right at it. Yeah, no, they're awesome.
I quite like
Absolutely
the
awesome.
idea of that, because that's mass battles, isn't
It
it?
is mass battle. Yeah, it's
I
huge.
quite like the idea of that. I've been watching some of those Lord of the Ring battle system games on people's channels and whatnot. And it's kind of interesting, but the gameplay doesn't exactly excite me terribly. But I imagine a mass battle version would be quite fun.
You'd enjoy a bit of that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'd be up for that.
So Nathan's done these bad boys.
Oh, nice. I think that's basically what I'm sticking together now.
Yeah,
His look
I was
his
about
look
to
like
ask you
they've
that.
Yeah,
His look like they've gone together a lot
Reasonably
easier.
well.
you should
Reasonably
get him
well,
to help
really.
you out, Martin.
Should just send it to you.
And then we got. See, this is the best thing about the group. You're looking at that 1 second, and then you got zombies from Andrew. He's the, you know.
Oh, that's all the latest challenge, isn't it? All weird
Yes.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yes. Awesome though.
Very good. I'm trying to
Yeah,
think
dude.
if I can do something weird for that.
That's another way to get back into the hobby. Do the challenges on the Facebook group.
Yeah.
Do you know what?
that
I
is
just
actually
realised
quite-
I've never painted a zombie.
No, I don't think I have, Steve. To be fair.
No, no, I have either.
Huh.
No. That's quite a good little way, actually, thinking about it. You know, you can't think of what to paint. Why not join in the challenge on the Facebook group? 100%. There's Anthony's ones. Oh, they're cool. They're like goth ones, goth zombies.
Anthony is so Anthony plays in our little gaming group, and he's bought a whole bolt action army, painted it, and he's bringing it to CrackCon for his first game. So I hope he enjoys it. So
he can put it up for sale with Ken's when it fails.
He's going straight into the raffle, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, these are cool. Jonas done lovely.
Oh, yes.
Nice.
Oh, that's beautiful. Really, really
Oh, that
good.
Stug. That Stug is like sweet as a nut. Oh, that is cool. I'm rather jelly of that Stug. I wish my Stug looked like that. Wasn't just grey. It's awesome. Oh, he's done some infantry as well. Oh, very nice.
Yeah, he's working off some Falchion at the moment.
Yeah, very cool. Very, very cool. Oh, that is awesome. That is very nice indeed. Sorry, Leah, just get those. And then you got Ken. Oh, I hate him.
Oh,
They're lovely, aren't they?
Some of his stuff is all of his stuff, to be honest, is amazing.
Yeah, that's lovely, isn't it? Oh, absolutely gorgeous. Ken will be at CrackCon.
He will. Tell him what he's doing.
There's all you
Really
see.
looking forward to
Thanks there. Oh yeah, and I saw these as well. Felix, he's done these.
He's finished.
Engineers.
He finished his army now.
This Borodino project. Both sides he's done. Love it.
Fair play.
Love it.
Nice. I like how they're all on one base as well. I do like that. And you can. I should do that in mine, to be fair, because at the moment mine are all individually.
Yeah, I was thinking about something like that, like putting them on a multi base.
Yeah, I think it'll look nice. Excuse me. Sorry. But Paul's played his first Chain of Command game today.
Awesome.
Was it yesterday?
Nice.
Yeah, I do. I really do want to try Chain of Command. I'm going to have to give it a go. Definitely going to have to give it a go. What we got here? Look at these. Oh, this is cool. Finished Lawman Warren the weekend.
Yeah,
Look
Warren,
at that.
yeah.
Look at those colours. Look at that.
Mm.
Now that is cool. Love that guy. That is awesome. Nothing just says boss like that. That is very, very nice.
Gotta be the boss to get away with wearing that colour, don't you?
Yeah. That's cool, man. I'd love to know what purple you use for that, Warren.
Sorry, I heard the swearing of that steed.
I dropped my brush.
So some 15mm British here.
When you're down there, can you try and find my my American crew members?
I've literally got 6 brushes on the go here.
Who's done these? Who's the manufacturer for these then?
Ooh, they're 15 They're 15 mil.
I'm trying to see.
Don't know. They're very nice. Whatever
Very
they
Yeah,
are.
they are. They're very cool. That's what I was interested in finding out. That's pretty nice. And that was Craig. Well done, mate. Joe. Oh, wow. Look at this. Slow paint.
Oh, yeah,
so Joe's put his
finishes
slow
at
painter.
yeah.
Finally got his parliamentarians done. Oh, look at that.
They're coming to CrackCon, I believe, to play Miller.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. I love the they're not skirmishers, but they oh god.
Firelocks. Party.
Yeah, Firelocks. Yeah, I love the bases on those. They're awesome. Those diamonds. It's very cool. Lovely little army there. Well done. Well done, Joe. Paul. Nice again.
Roman.
Simple but nice. I like it.
Yeah,
I like the
really nice.
black on yellow. Absolutely love it. Well done, Paul. And the flamethrower is
That's a classic model. That
is a classic
Yeah.
model. That is it's metal, but it's great.
Nothing wrong with metal.
No, and then you got Andy. He's got his 6mm out. Look at this naughty boy. Very nice.
Is that his emu stuff?
no, I'm absolutely fascinated by that EMU.
And then
thing.
It was cracking because I liked his feeds. Complete my back of 6mm Prussian 1850 Star Army. Best get them out before the show starts. And then he put, just realised it's Sunday. And then I put, I was about to say, I just had to double check the date because I was like, hang on a minute, what day is it? I was thinking, have I got to be on the stream in a minute? Oh dear. Matt Mel, love this guy's face. He just looks like a real veteran of the bike block. We have to agree with you there, Matt.
That's a very, very nice model.
That's very nice. It's very nice indeed. So I think we'll look at one more. Oh, what one to end on? Stuart over at Miniature Realms. He's done a little diorama base.
Nicely done. Very nicely done.
It is
Very
very,
nice.
very nicely done. How he's done that, to be fair. That is rather cool. That's beautiful, isn't it? That is awesome. He's done half a horse. Yeah, it's well done. That man can paint, can't he?
Certainly can.
He certainly can indeed. Yeah.
Wicked. Right. Cool. Right. We're 2 minutes over. And it's been awesome to have everybody back. We've been awesome.
We've all been back.
Yeah, sorry. It's been awesome to be back. Who's doing next week?
It'll be
See,
Steve,
isn't
I
it?
think.
Me.
Steve next week. Okay, so Steve's next week. And yeah, it's been great. And it's lovely to see everybody in the chat again. Pinkertons. Yes, Pinkertons indeed. And yeah, well, thanks everybody for watching. And we'll see you again next week. And take care.
Take care, everyone. See you next week.
Bye-bye.
Where's the
Bye-bye.
outro? Where's the outro? Where's the outro?
Slick.
So